So my view in all of my careers, right? So I'm in the academic career. I'm a professor. I do research all the time. Um, and my goal, and I think this would be in any career, is to not be exploitive. I often think about that is like, you know, um, you often feel around people very transactional, that there is some sort of exploitation that's happening in the sense that people are only wanting to be around you because they're trying to get something out of it. Um, and you do get this feeling, right? And I always try. My goal is to never do that, right? Like, and I know it's on a continuum, and I know everybody has different personalities. My goal always is to give far more than I ever take. Um, like exponentially more than I ever take. And I know that this is harmful for my career. Ultimately, as a researcher, um, it harms me uh, dramatically by doing that. That I'm constantly, giving more, trying to help out more, doing, as many things as I possibly can, setting things up. I am very well aware that my career is being harmed from it. Um, the way that we measure things is a really peculiar career, but I think it's very typical of a lot of careers, right? There's always something that people measure you by. And in my career, like in sales, you get measured by the amount of revenue that you bring in. In my career, it's the number of paper publications that you bring in, and the number of ones that you actually create. And I know that I will never be a top producer, right? Not even close of what a top producer would be in terms of papers. Like not even in the same arena. Um, and in fact, this was like the wrong career for me because that is the ultimate objective. Um, but my objective is not that, right? And my objective is not to teach, right? That's not my goal. Um, but it's to always give more than I ever take out of a system. Um, and I know it's like, oh my God, I know it's like the worst strategy. Um, but I always think about at the end goal, why the hell are we here? Right? Like if it is just to get a publication or to have more money, I think like those things are noble and I understand it. But for me, that's not it. Right? I don't get my jollies out of sitting and writing. Like it's a painful thing for me. I often get I want to get up and I want to get going when and it's not just task variety, but I feel purpose. Like I feel a sense of I'm doing this for the greater good. And it's stupid. I get it. Like I know everything about it is completely stupid, right? Like I've overspent dramatically on the reciprocity project, and you get no credit at all. Um, and I've did all this kind of stuff to help out people around the world. Um, I, I it makes me think about why people actually do things often and the motivations that they have and all those kind of things. And it's not clear, right? And I don't think it ever should be clear. I think that that is somewhat of a mistake if we have it clear. Um, because I think that the world is constantly changing and it's constantly evolving. And there's just a tremendous amount of unknowing. right? And if you're to focus on one particular thing, you'll be so successful, right? You'll make a whole bunch of money if you're in sales. And that's wonderful, right? As a researcher, have a whole bunch of paper publications, wonderful. And you see that I struggle with this, right? Like it's in my head. I really deeply struggle with this. It's like, what the hell am I actually doing here? Um, and that's where I have to take a step back and reconcile that there is more to it, right? Like there's more to it. Um, I don't know what those things are, and it's not evaluated, right? Like there's so much just this like fluffy stuff. Um, and I'm a fool for pursuing it, right? Like it's dumb, but at the same time, I know I need to do these things in order for me to survive, right? It's important for me to get exercise every day. I know that's stupid and fluffy and a waste of time. It's important for me to, if I see somebody in the hallway, to smile, um, and to say hello and maybe make a little bit of small chat. I know it's stupid, it's fluffy, and it's a total waste of time. I get it. I completely understand it. Um, I know all of the things that everybody sort of thinks about in terms of efficiency and optimization, right? Like doing reviews. I'm doing a review right now. Um, And it's painful, right? Like reading things and reading other people's work. I know it's just a waste of time. Um, Total waste of time. It's never going to be rewarded. I know all those kind of things, but I do it because there's something else that's there that's important to me. And I think it's just the nature of what it means to do just good work is to give more, exponentially more, repeatedly than I ever take out of the system. I know it's a mistake, and I know I will never be that person that you all think, like, oh my gosh, that person is like, look at how much they've done, right? Like, but I need to get up and get going and never be exploitive and try to figure out a way where I give more, whatever that is, than I ever take out of the system. So I wanted to say is that I am very painfully aware it's a mistake. But for me, for whatever God known reasons, and I think it's just my own deficits, my own problems, I'm, defunct. I can't do that. I can't focus on one particular thing and, extract all the time. I just can't. It's a defunct and I, I'm very problem. It's a very big, large problem for me, but it's who I am. I know well. I think that's the biggest thing is me recognizing that it's an oh well. I'm going to sit and talk to somebody in the hallway. I'm going to struggle with reading, and I'm always going to be behind. But oh well. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day.